Hello, I'm Patrick Gray with the Media Services Group, and today we're just going to go over a quick scenario on how to use the touch screens and the normal MLC screens for control of the projection system. So with this one, we're in a dual projection classroom, and all we have to do is hit touch screen to start, and then select your input source. Notice in this one, since it's dual display, we have audience left and audience right. So first, we're going to start with the audience left. We're going to select our source. In most cases, will be HDMI, and then you can simply come over to the rack that's nearby, and you should find an HDMI cable already available. Just simply plug this into your laptop, and you'll be ready to go. Let's go back to the control surface. HDMI is selected. Now we just simply have to turn on the projector, and you'll see the projector come on. And the audience left screen will have projection from your HDMI system. Next, we could do the audience right side and would select our source here. In this case, we're simply going to select Mac, which is the internal computer, which you will have in some rooms. You'll have a Mac or a PC, or both of them. I'm going to select Mac on the audience left, and then I'm also going to do extended desktop for the Mac. Now we'll have both screens showing the Mac and the extended desktop. I'm also going to turn on the projector for the right side of the room. And now we'll actually see both projection on the left and the right screen in extended desktop mode. A couple things that I want to go over on the control surface. To select your audio, make sure that you select from the proper source. So for instance, if you wanted to get audio from the left source, you would simply click on audio, which is already selected. If I wanted the audio to come from the right source, I just click audio there, and that would give me the audio from the right side. So if you were in a scenario where you're using maybe PC on the audience left, and you're using the Mac on the audience right, you would just select which source you'd want the audio to come from, whether it was PC or Mac. In the middle section, you'll see the audio volume control. This controls the program material from whichever source you have selected for audio. We do have a video mute, so if you wanted to mute the screen for one or the other, you simply click video mute, and you'll actually just have a black screen on the screen that you muted. I'm going to mute the video for both. Now you can see there's no projection on the screen behind me. Now I'll unselect the video mute, and we have projection. This can be really useful if you're in presentation mode and you want to mute the presentation side so you can see your notes, whereas the other side is just going to show the actual presentation. So that's a good way of using video mute. Now I'm going to select the Mac for my source on the audio or on the audience left. And one of the things that I want to make sure you're aware of is that when you come into a room and the computers have been maybe asleep for a while, you're going to want to wake up the Mac. The best way to do that is to use your up arrow. Notice the screens on the side here. It doesn't look like the Mac is working, but it's just because it's asleep. So I'm going to hit the up arrow on the keyboard, and that's going to wake up the Mac, and you'll be able to simply type in your username and password, and you'll be all set. If, for some reason, the Mac was woken up and you notice a spacebar in there and the name is missing, that just simply means that an extra space has been put in the username. You'll want to delete back to the beginning of that so that there's no characters in there and you see the name. Now you can start typing your username. If there's a space in there, then this will not work for you. To shut the system off, simply click System Off, Power Down, and that shuts the entire system down.